how you love me electric, like you do. Love it, how you love me electric, always you. Love it, how you love me electric, electric. I love it, how you love me a lot, love me a lot, love me electric. Baby, keep the light on for me, I'm coming home. Know I got you forever wherever I go.
If you clicked on this video, you're probably thinking about moving to Merida, Mexico as well. Same right here.
Yeah, ever since COVID, we have been like, you know what, Merida might look like a place that we would want to move to. And we've been seeing all these YouTube videos about people talking about the cost of living, how cheap it is, and just the quality of life. So while we were in Cancun over our fall break, we decided, you know what, let's go. So we took a 3.5 hour train ride over to Merida. And we explored Merida to see if this is a place that we can move our family to.
So one thing that we're noticing right now is like as far as the different costs.
The prices living in Central, you can go as low as $750 to about, I want to say around $1,500. So it just depends on you and what you're looking for, because some of them might not be where you might want to stay, you know, as far as what it looks like inside. Some of them are built up. A lot of people have renovated. So you want to make sure you're looking for something that is renovated, that deals with the mold and moisture issues, and that is comfortable for you and your family. Meaning that you are going to be in a busy area.
Yeah. And again, when you're down in a busy area and you're down in like the Central, the historic district, yes, the homes are like colonial. They have that charm to it. But as we keep saying, it is very busy. And it's very hot.
Yeah, it is really hot. So now the most expats with families are going to move to the northern area. And this is where they're going to have more of like the suburb kind of feel, if you want to say. And those areas are going to be closer to the schools that you're also going to be looking to go to as well. And in those areas, you're going to get the malls, the hospitals, there's Costco and things like that, which makes it convenient and nice. I will say, though, when you are moving to those areas, you do have to be mindful that you're going to have to get a car.
Yeah.
Not that you have to get a car, but it's going to make life a lot easier for you, because Ubers, they are easy to get there, but that adds up after a while.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking about having to take your kids to school and having to do all those other things, that might be something you have to look into, you know.
Yeah.
We did take the bus, though, when we were downtown. The buses were nice, but they were very crowded. And they take a long time. Like, oh my God, we felt like we were on the bus forever. So.
Yeah, and that was from the bus from the train station to Central Merida. But again, it did take a little while.
It took a long time.
Now, I would say like one of the north areas, I believe is called Timozon North and Norte. And I could be saying this incorrectly. My Spanish is just a little bit good. But I would say on the low end, you're probably around $1,200 or $1,200. And on the high end, probably roughly, you probably would peak right at $2,000. But as Brizette mentioned, you have like the high end, you know, gated communities. You have the mall out there. And, you know, just kind of like one of the areas that's more in higher demand, you know, because, again, depending on where you're coming from, you probably want those same conveniences and you're probably going to get it out there.
And then you also, and it depends on the high and low end, also depends on how well they're renovated.
Yeah.
So, of course, the higher end, they're going to be renovated. But some of those communities, we did find that they're a little bit off the beaten path, or it's just so far out, you know, which they're nice, though, but it just depends on you. Do you want that to feel like you're in Merida? You're going to go Central. If you want to feel like you have a little bit of both, you're going to go out to the northern part.
Yeah. Now, another neighborhood that you may be looking up if you're doing your research, and it's called Santo Grituas. I could be wrong.
We'll put the names.
We'll put the name out there because I'm butchering this stuff. And roughly, you probably look around maybe like the $1,100 to maybe about the $1,750 range, somewhere around there. And again, these prices could fluctuate. These prices could change, but just based off our research as of today, this is kind of the pricing that we were finding. And again, you still have the upscale neighborhoods. You still have another mall out there. And you also have some clinics on that side. So again, and parks. That's the biggest thing for parks. That's kind of what we're looking for, because we have kids, we have one that loves soccer, and just one that loves to be outside and just doing a whole bunch of outdoor things. So we're looking for parks. We're looking for areas that they can actually go chill, and also for us to go chill too, because we just like being outside.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching our video. We're just taking a quick second to let you know that we have a website.
Yeah, did you guys know that La Pointe Life is online at www.lapointelife.com? You might see it down at the bottom of this description. Right now, we're loading up all our tutorials. We're loading up all our guides that we have because we believe that every family should travel outside their zip code and experience life outside their zip code. So head over to lapointelife.com right now and make sure you check out some of the resources that we got out there for you guys.
Yeah, so keep watching the video, like, subscribe, and join the journey with us.
Let's get you back to the video.
And I will say too that you have to be mindful of your kids, and what you're looking for and what they're used to a little bit, So again, our kids don't like the city, they just don't like being in the city. They were like, hey, can we go over here? Even though they felt safe, they don't. And another thing I did like about Central, though, is there's so many restaurants and different activities around that area. And we found that a lot of people come out at nighttime.
Yeah.
And so that area was very popular. So people will drive in. Even a couple that we met at the restaurant that next day, they were coming in from the northern side. They said they live on that side. They were coming in and they were eating over there, but it took them about 30 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
So.
One other area that we definitely want to bring up and highlight is the Benito Juarez Norte. And this is kind of like one of those established neighborhoods. When we were talking to the couple inside the restaurant, they did mention this. And she said it. She said Benito Norte. Or she said it another way, kind of like where the locals will say it. But this is more of the established family-friendly neighborhoods. This is kind of where you're going to find that good infrastructure, meaning you find the transportation that you need. You have those staples as far as the supermarkets and such like that. That's kind of where you're looking at when you're in that neighborhood. Now, I would say for that, roughly about the ranges that we found was about $850 to roughly about maybe $1,450 or $1,450. Again, this could be changing by the time you guys watch this, but again, in our research, this is what we found.
And we did find when we were looking at in COVID times, the prices were half this.
Yeah.
So as Merida becomes more popular, more expats are moving there, the prices are going up, unfortunately. So be mindful when you go there that, hey, you might not get the prices that we're telling you today, depending on the time of the year you do go.
Yeah, okay. And the last neighborhood that we want to talk about is Cholul. I believe that's correct. Is it Cholul? Hopefully this is saying it right, but Cholul is more rural. Now, this is the area that you're going to need a car. Now, if you want to go off the beaten path just a little bit, this is probably where you want to go. But we would say in our research that roughly about $700 to maybe about $1,100 or $1,100 was your range. So you can see that's way on the cheaper end, but this is more rural. Yes, it's peaceful. But again, you're gonna need a car for daily activities. So that's one thing to consider.
And I will say, I didn't mention this, that we are looking at three-bedroom apartments or three-bedroom homes when we're giving you these price range. So if you only need a two-bedroom, it's gonna be a lot cheaper. Now let's get on to the daily conveniences.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of talked about that, about the shopping, the malls, the dentist's office, those things you're going to want to look for when you are moving somewhere, especially if you're not trying to have a car. You want to have those local conveniences because you don't want to have to take a car or a bus that's about 30 minutes from you.
Yeah.
And these areas had all of that. So that's a plus.
Yeah. And again, the north side is kind of what we're finding in our research. Is kind of the area that a lot of the expats, at least from what we are looking for, are kind of gravitating to, just for those things that we're used to, accustomed right now. And we're in the US. To when we go over there, we still kind of have those things. So that's just something that you want to, take a look at.
And I will say, lastly on this one, is that we found that families are in the north, young people with just kind of coming and going, they're more in central. So that was what we saw. Even while we were there, we kind of saw that.
So hopefully this video was helpful to you. Make sure you drop in the comments, what are you guys thinking? Also, just if there is somebody who is considering Merida, Mexico, definitely send this video to them, because again, a lot of things that we talked about in this video is things that people are not considering. And the fact that the matter is that we were just there a few months ago is something that really just popped on our radar, that we say, we definitely need to talk about this.
Yeah, and I will say, before you move anywhere, please go visit. And if you are in Cancun, taking a trip to Cancun, go ahead and take that train ride.
it's beautiful.
I didn't even touch on that. The train was so nice. They cleaned that train like top to bottom. Every 2 minutes they were cleaning the train. Clean, nice, friendly. So take a train ride over and just enjoy Merida for the day or two.
Hopefully this
Or
helps. See you in the next one.
Thanks so much for watching this segment of La Pointe Life. If you want to watch the full episode, click this box below. And if you want to see more of our podcasts or just family-friendly content,
like travel adventures, restaurant and activities, traveling with kids, or just ways to get outside of your neighborhood and see more, make sure you visit our full gallery here at La Pointe Life on YouTube. Catch you guys on the next one.